Hello there. Are you by chance interested in learning about one of the lead directors of the 21st century horror film renaissance? Of course you are. Let's get started. Ari Aster. He's not just a man with an alliteration for a name, he's also a person who clings to dead things. And apparently that's what it takes to become one of the most innovative and weird storytellers in the world right now. His first feature film, the family drama Hereditary, came out in 2018. His next, the fantastically gory Midsummer, came out not even a year later, and his third will likely be Disappointment Boulevard, starring Joaquin Phoenix, and will likely run 4 hours. These are extraordinary circumstances for a man of Aster's age, only 36 years old.
Aster attended the College of Santa Fe in New Mexico to study film, and in his final year he created his first short film, Tale of Two Tims. Then he was accepted into the American Film Institute Conservatory, or AFI, to pursue his graduate degree. There he would meet now colleague Paul Pogorzelski, who worked as the director of photography for Hereditary and Midsummer, and his film career would be jump-started with the controversial short The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. Even with his early work, it became obvious that Ari was not afraid to push audiences out of their comfort zones. With Johnsons and Hereditary, it surrounded family dysfunction. With Midsummer, it's an unequal and uncomfortable romantic partnership. Oh, and, cults too. But Aster swears that though his films have been pushed into the genre, horror was not his intention. Instead, the common thread throughout his movies is their darkness. Not like lighting darkness, mood darkness. Otherwise, Midsummer would be the black sheep of the family. There is a particularity about both Aster and Pogorzelski when it comes to their direction. They are extremely meticulous about the way shots are framed, the colors projected, the perspectives of the audiences, but all of these decisions are made largely based on chasing feelings surrounding the story. According to their IndieWire interview, quote, the duo will spend weeks, 5 to 6 hours a day, doing approximately 3 scenes a day, going through the script and carefully reshot listing the entire film, after Ari's already made one himself. Aster is no stranger to research beyond his worldview. In fact, he spent months researching Scandinavian and Germanic traditions before diving into Midsummer. But one reoccurring topic in interviews is how he connects with his characters. He admits to having strong similarities to both Danny, Florence Pugh's character in Midsummer, and Annie, Toni Collette's character in Hereditary.
Let's hear what Ari has to say about that.
Swedish production company read Hereditary, and they wanted me to write a folk horror film set in Sweden. And I was going through a breakup at the time, but I saw a way of kind of marrying the breakup movie to the structure of a folk horror film. And in many ways, it gave me like a framework that I could actually hang personal stuff onto. And if you're working with great actors, as I was here, you don't really have to push them or provoke them or manipulate them. They know what their job is, and they, sometimes they'll need help, and I'm there to try to help them. Florence is really, really a remarkable actress, and she's typically, her instincts were just right on the money, and I could just sort of sit behind the monitor and enjoy what she was doing.
Aster claims that though he has no mission when creating the film, he tends to be compelled by images and tones, and suggests to treat stories like music by, quote, feeling your way through it, quote. And because of his naturally cynical inclinations, his art tends to be on the darker side, and films that were intended to be a melodrama end up on the best horror films of the decade list.
Ari says he'll be staying away from the genre for a little while though, and that's totally fine by me. I'll be watching whatever that Jewish genius puts out.